Welcome back to our channel. Today we're headed off to Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's our favorite Disney theme park here at Walt Disney World Resort. We're headed there now. We're a little early, but we were trying to get on Rise of the Resistance, so we got to get there at 10 a.m. or a little before so that we're in the park to sign up on the My Disney Experience app. Right now we're headed off to the Skyliner because we were staying at Pop Century, so it's a nice convenient transportation option.
We finally arrived here at Hollywood Studios and we are going up to the temperature screening and security.
You'll see one screener with an entire family.
Okay, it's just on the right side. I'll just follow the right side and I'll see you. Okay. No, you just take them together. Thank you.
We got our tickets and we are headed inside the park. They tend to have a lower line when it comes to going all the way to the left or the right. We're gonna scan our tickets and go in. And no fingerprint needed. Thank you.
Good morning,
We're ready. You see a lot of people around waiting to try to get into their virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance. This is a ride that is the most popular at Walt Disney World, and we're gonna get on the app right at 10 o'clock when they launch the virtual queue to try to ride Rise of the Resistance today. If we don't get the 10 a.m. one, we will try again at 2 p.m. We will fill you in if we get a boarding group this time around. Hollywood Studios is the park that is the most packed out of all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. But what happens is that right now, before the park opens, it's around 9:50 a.m. All the people are coming in. The crowds tend to start disperse about an hour or two into when the park opens. This, like I said, this is when the park opens. This is what the crowds are looking like. I'll fill you in what it looks like later in the day as it progresses. We are inside Hollywood Studios and standing in line for Starbucks. With Starbucks, they do not have mobile ordering like some of the other quick services, so you'll have to stand in the physical line. As we stand in line, we have the My Disney Experience app up, downloaded. Make sure you get yours downloaded too before you even come to Disney World. Make sure you're signed in, that your tickets are linked, and get ready for the 10 a.m. virtual queue. This is crazy. Hopefully we get in the 10 a.m. one. Like I said before, we'll try again at the 2 if we don't get it, but we have happy thoughts in trying to get to the 10 a.m. one. We tried for Rise of the Resistance at 10 a.m. It did not work. We were keep trying from 9:59 to 10 with 10 seconds. It went really, really fast. But we're gonna try for the 2 o'clock one. Hopefully we get one there. It goes very quickly. Just make sure, like I said, you're off the Wi-Fi, you have the app downloaded, you're signed in. And now I see there's a huge line for guest relations for people trying to get on Rise of the Resistance because they did not get a boarding group. This is the line of people waiting to see if they could actually get a boarding group. Maybe their phone glitched, any of that cases, but chances are they're going to tell them to try again at 2 p.m. Straight ahead is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's showing it's a 55-minute wait. I don't know if it's that long, but the line is over there. The end of the line's over there. And the building to get in is right over there. So we won't be doing that right now. We will definitely come back to it later in the day as the crowds die down. Right now, the Frozen sing-along show is not going on at the theater. It's just an empty space right now. We are headed over to Star Tours And as we head over there, we see that they have the Vacation and Fun short film that kind of goes along with the whole theming of Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railway. As you can tell, the crowds here are very low. It's just the main Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard that get very packed at the beginning of the day. A lot of people are coming over this way because you could enter Galaxy's Edge this way as well. Right here is the exit to that short film, but right outside they have some photo backdrops with some familiar little objects here and there from the Mickey Mouse shorts and our favorite Potato Land. They even have a potato here. There's no one here. It's so interesting because when Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway first opened, this was packed with people trying to get photos. Now no one's here. The doors are wide open. You could come in without actually seeing the short. No character meet and greets as well, so no Olaf. But they do have character cavalcades here, which we will check out later. I heard that they have The Incredibles and some other Pixar friends and some classic Disney friends. We are now in line for Star Tours. What's great about Star Tours is that it's an older attraction, but they constantly update the scenes in it, so you don't know what you're gonna get. There's a bunch of different combinations of rides that you could go through. It's just the same ride vehicle, just different storyline. I wonder if we will see a more classic Star Wars scenes or some of the new ones with Rey and Poe and Finn. We'll check out to see what we get.
And they have a new one from Rise of Skywalker that we still haven't seen yet.
We saw the movie, we just haven't seen the scenes for Star Tours yet.
Security would like to remind you to keep carry-on luggage and packages with you at all times. Never accept packages from any life form or droid you are not familiar with.
We must all be vigilant. Spies here? They don't look suspicious to me at all. Strange, perhaps, but you'll have to excuse Alfred. Sometimes he can be a bit too vigilant.
We are now at the gates for Star Tours. The line, they do have a split up, but they do have the plexiglass in between, and they have some space in between you and the party behind you as well. We're gonna see what the seating looks like when we get inside. We're gonna head in now. They have plexiglass in between the seats too.
As you enter in the cabin, please put all those belongings in the seats beneath you and fasten your seatbelts from the right to the left.
We just got off of Star Tours. It was more of the newer scenes, some we haven't seen before, which is from the new movie Rise of Skywalker. We saw the remains of the Death Star. I thought that was really cool. And in the ending scene, we saw the captain of the ship, the pilot, not the captain, the pilot of our specific Star Tours, that he was trying to wonder why C-3PO and R2-D2 went without him. I thought that was a very cute touch. I like when they have the newer ones because then you don't feel as it is that old. It definitely changes with the times.
Yeah, although I was hoping for an ending where we got to go to Exegol. We didn't go that, but it seems like they might have that scene because it is on the poster in the front.
We'll probably have to ride again and see.
Yeah, we'll definitely go on later in the day and see if we can maybe go to Exegol.
And down on my boy, y'all know.
There's Minnie over there. Woo!
Okay, let's go. There's a lot of people.
Saw our first character cavalcade. Very cool. They're driving around in their Camaros. We're over at Grand Avenue, which is actually one of, I feel like, one of the best themed areas. It just looks so awesome. A classic Hollywood like era. It looks great. When they redid this a few years ago, when they were redoing Muppets Courtyard prior to Galaxy's Edge opening. And this is the way that you get to go off-world to Batuu. We're gonna hop into transport and head to Batuu. And here we are in Batuu. So over here, the extended queue for Rise of the Resistance. Now before the parks closed, if you would come over to Galaxy's Edge, this would be absolutely crowded with people trying to wait to get on Rise of the Resistance with their boarding group, or just trying to ask questions, finding out how they can get on Rise of the Resistance. But today, although it looks like there's a good amount of people in Galaxy's Edge itself, doesn't look like it's too crowded in front, so that is nice. Right here, they're welcoming some boarding groups. Here's the entrance for Rise of the Resistance. Now what's interesting is that they do have Fast Pass lines. Of course right now Fast Pass is not being offered, but they did open with a Fast Pass line, they just never utilized it. So eventually, once things get back to normal, they should be planning on having a Fast Pass system for Rise of the Resistance. To the Black Spire Outpost over in Galaxy's Edge. We haven't been in a very long time, so I'm curious to see if there's anything new over in any of the shops. Any new merchandise to buy? Maybe any new snacks. I know that earlier this year they had some new snacks. They had like some jerky, they had some like pork rinds and stuff that they also added over at Ronto Roasters. Wonder if there's anything else that's new. Ah, the child! That's awesome. Right, sons? So it looks like they are limiting the amount of people that it can go in to the outpost. So as you can see, not many people, and they have a cast member right there limiting how many can come in. So that's pretty good. That way they can maintain that physical distancing. But we got the creature stall over here with a brand new, showing off a new Baby Yoda, the child. Of course, Poors and your Wampas, your Loth Cats, and all of that you can buy. Bring home your own creature from the Star Wars universe. We're going to go over to, I think it's called Chidorian Toys, and go check out what new stuff they have over there. I believe this is where they're selling the Baby Yoda. It's our turn to go in. A lot of these toys were here before. But the prized possession, the child. So we're gonna pick one up. Or also because Michaela has her shirt. So Katana, we haven't picked one up before. Gonna get Ahsoka.
So in the toy shop here, they have the Porg shoulder plushes. This is newer. It didn't come out until later after Galaxy's Edge opened, but I think they're very cute. I would not get a shoulder plush, but they're pretty popular. And how they work is that the bottom is magnet, and then there's a magnet plate that is inside of this that you put underneath your shirt. And I've seen some people put it in their backpacks, so they have the porg or whatever the animal or character is on the backpack, and they put this plate inside the backpack. So unfortunately, there is no popcorn. No popcorn. That's no popcorn. That's sad. Oh well. They usually have the Outpost popcorn mix here, and they show it in this little case here, but they are closed. There are still characters who come out. There's stormtroopers, and we have the Rebel V right there. You can't meet them up front, but they're here, and you can take photos by standing in these dots so that you're social distancing. Here is the Droid Depot. They still have it open. You could still build a droid, which is very interesting to me, but as long as they're keeping sanitary, that's the biggest important part, and the social distancing. PhotoPass photographers are still out, and they also still have that 360 camera that a lot of people were loving and raving. A lot of people are asking if Oga's Cantina is still open. In fact, it is, but you do need a dining reservation to be able to go. And when you get here and you have your reservation, you could scan this QR code and check in for the reservation. And they said you could check in up to 15 minutes before your reservation time. We have a reservation for later. We'll be back. Never ever will you see this empty on a regular Disney day. There's even a guy doing a photo shoot right there for a new addition to their family. That's very cute. There's a Millennium Falcon. How could you miss it? The Spires. Smuggler's Run. It says it's a 35-minute wait. We are gonna test that out.
Great about the queue at Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is that it is so detailed with all these different pieces. Like these speeders and such. Ooh. Look at that, making moves. Pilot we are. Oh, you want to be an engineer? Is that why you're in the back?
No.
You're standing on engineer though.
I know, but there's no one else here. Oh, look.
Alright, play clear right this way.
Welcome, welcome. Right this way.
Remain seated and supervise younglings. Por favor, permanezca sentados.
And here we are. We're gonna fly the Millennium Falcon.
Cargo.
R5, damage report. Engine failure, alright. Hyperdrive leak, that is not too good. Multiple hull ruptures, well, it could be worse. Lights. Alright, I am making an executive decision.
So there are some different things now for Smuggler's Run. So first off, your party is going to have their own ship. So you're not going to be with anybody else, you're not going to be with strangers. And so if you want to be a pilot, you're going to be a pilot. You get your pick of whatever you want with your party, which is pretty nice. Also, of course, the queues, they have those social distance markers. The pre-show, it's not a full pre-show, you only see a little bit of it, but they do have it continuously going. so you get to catch a glimpse of a little bit of Hondo Ohnaka and Chewbacca in the beginning. And then of course, for us, it was only 2 of us, so since we had our own, it was autopilot for the engineers and the gunners, and we were able to pilot. So I think we did pretty good ourselves. But it is a little bit different. You don't get those little cards anymore telling you what color you are, so you just walk right on through until you get to the front. So it's a little different, but it's definitely nice. Came in to check out Doc Undar's Den of Antiquities. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So we'll start over with the holocrons, the Jedi and Sith holocrons. I've always wanted to get one, but I never pushed myself to buy it. Eventually I'll probably get one. So of course we saw that they had the holocrons. If you want to take a step up, they do have a Sith obelisk, which is really cool. And then a larger kyber crystal. That obelisk is really cool. So up on the balcony here, you can see an IG unit. It's probably not IG-11. Likely it's called the IG-88, but, or just another IG unit in general, but it's a nice touch where we'll see a lot of IG-11 in The Mandalorian, and hopefully we get him again in season 2. The thing I definitely wanted to check out was the Legacy lightsabers. Yeah, a lot of really cool ones.
All the lightsabers are down in stock.
Okay, so you got Ahsoka Tano. You got Rey's lightsaber that she used in The Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Luke. Ben. Love Ben's. Darth Vader. Obi-Wan. Mace Windu. Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Darth Maul.
All the lightsabers are down in Choppy's workshop.
Yeah.
I really love Ahsoka's. I don't know, maybe you should get Ahsoka's. So when we were in Doc Undar's, they told us that all of the Legacy lightsabers are actually also on sale over at Save's workshop. And since they're not doing the actual build a lightsaber, you can come over here and check them out. To check it out, you would come over to Save's workshop. They will get you quote unquote checked in, and then you'll be able to take a look at the menu, and they'll give you a number to stand on and wait your turn to go inside. Got our friend Chewbacca. Some of the characters hang out there. Earlier we saw V, Marathi, and a stormtrooper. Now we got Chewbacca. So if Chewbacca's here, Rey must be around there somewhere as well. And now we're in Savi's workshop.
Number 2, my friend Ashley will be with you in just a second.
All right. So we stand over. Sorry. So we stand over here on our spot. Hi. We wanted to see Ahsoka Tano.
Oh no, like a massage. Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So they actually will respond, and in terms of like how they make the various sounds, they actually respond to movement differently. So I actually have to switch my wrist differently to trigger it based on the way you feel the score. What else would you like to see?
That was awesome. So we came over to Savi's workshop, checked out all the Legacy lightsabers. we chose 2. So on the bottom, we have, oh, it's actually this way. So on the bottom, we got Ahsoka Tano. It's a double-bladed hilt lightsaber, and it's her white saber, the light white blade. And then we have Luke Skywalker, his original lightsaber that he used in the original trilogy. We also got a clip, so that way we can wear Luke's around the belt. So excited to take these out.
Currently we are mobile ordering our 2 Ronto wraps. You can place a mobile order on the Disney World My Disney Experience app. A lot of people are outside either ordering or waiting for their order to be called. We ordered our Ronto wraps. Now they have us waiting inside until our name is called. We get to enjoy the views here. And Dominic did say that on the mobile ordering, you could use Apple Pay. It's so much easier, so you don't have to enter in any credit cards. We got our glorious Ronto wraps, probably our favorite thing to eat in all of the parks. It's arguably one of our favorite things to eat. What do you think?
Yeah, I probably think that's one of my favorites.
We are sitting to eat, trying for try number 2 for the 2 p.m. time for Rise of Resistance, but the app is down. So hopefully it goes up in the next couple minutes. If not, we're gonna head over to guest services and ask them if they could help us. We have our Ronto wraps and our Moof Juice. We got the Ronto wraps from the Ronto Roasters, and then the Moof Juice is from Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. They're a great combination. My favorite 2 things in all of Hollywood Studios.
So we went over and got a Ronto wrap and our Moof Juice. Sat down. We stress ate because we were so worried about if we can get a 2 o'clock boarding group.
I ate my whole thing within like a couple minutes. He didn't eat his whole thing, so we are different stress eaters over here.
But then we left that. We walked around and we were like, okay, well, let's get out of the sun. Let's go into One Man's Dream. Stayed there about 15 minutes until it came 2 o'clock. We went on My Disney Experience. My heart was beating so fast, so hard, but we did it. We got our boarding group.
Ooh, I'm sweating from the heat and from how stressful it is.
So we got boarding group 52, so I think it's at a little over an hour until we get to go back. Oh, I'm so excited. We haven't got on this since December. We went there on the 2nd day of its operation. It was crazy, but it was the best ride I've ever been on, so I'm so excited to be able to go on that.
It's pretty stressful if you have to wait for the 2 p.m. one, because if you get it at 10, you're just waiting for your group to be called at that point. When you have to wait till 2 o'clock to get yours, you're stressing the whole day.
Yeah.
Looking at your phone, checking what time it is. And I can only imagine what people felt when it used to be the 10, 1, and 4. Mm-hmm. Now it's just the 10 and 2.
Yeah. Although I would like to see how many people go for the 2 o'clock versus the 10 o'clock, because it seems like there are less people that go for the 2 o'clock because there's a lot of people leave the park in the afternoon.
It's hot.
Yeah, or they already got it, so they can't get it again.
Or it's hot.
Yeah, or it's hot.
It's
so,
really hot.
I wonder if more people are able to get the 2 o'clock because of it. But there's also the backup groups as well.
Yeah,
that
I'm
get
not
you in
sure
2
how
o'clock.
it rolls, because honestly, maybe they have a lot more in the 10 a.m. and at 2 a.m., like we said, maybe less people go for it. So we don't know why. Maybe it's easier. Maybe we just got lucky.
Yeah,
maybe it's just luck.
It's the Force. It's the Force, Luke. To get your boarding group.
So before we get called for Rise of the Resistance, we are gonna head over to Toy Story Land, because we just ran through it pretty much to try to find some AC and try to get the boarding group. So we're gonna go to Toy Story Land. We're gonna hit Midway Mania, Slinky Dog Dash, and Alien Swirling Saucers. If there's any different changes, we'll show you.
Toy Story Land is such a fun themed land. You got Sheriff Woody talking to everyone. You got the pictures in front. Slinky Dog. With my favorite Toy Story character, Rex.
We are stopped right now in Toy Story Midway Mania. Probably because they're cleaning some of the other ride vehicles.
Because I went so hard in the game, they had to close it. I broke the game.
Right now we're just playing for fun, no extra points. No points, but this is our scores so far. We're checking in here. I love how often they're cleaning the ride vehicles though. We came on and it was a brand new clean vehicle. Now we're gonna find out how we did.
Let's examine their score.
What'd I get?
Oh my gosh, this is the first time I got the deer.
Did real good.
See, this is what happens when you don't come to Hollywood Studios for a very long time. I had the best in vehicle, guys.
Not too far off on the best today.
And the hour. Hang on.
Here we go.
We are inside Rise of the Resistance queue, and all of it is pretty much part of the ride, so you gotta keep your eyes peeled. We were boarding group 52, so we got in about what time?
Like 3 o'clock? 2:45, 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock, and we did the second boarding time, so the 2 p.m. like we said before. There was a little mishap. I didn't end up in Dominic's same boarding group, but they were able to help us to be able to go together. But sometimes that's not the case for everyone, so you just got to make sure that you are on top of that app. We're going to go ride. No spoilers here, so we'll see you soon. We're heading out of Muppet Vision 3D, and I forgot how cute Muppet's Courtyard is. It's just adorable. I hope they never take this stuff out. We're gonna see the rest of Muppet's Courtyard in a minute. This is the rest of Muppet's Courtyard. Pizza Rizzo over there. It's a quick service restaurant. Then Mama Melrose in the back, which is not Muppets themed, but it is Italian. Like we just came out of Muppet Vision 3D, right there. And then Gonzo's Royal Flush, which if you haven't seen the Muppets movie, you are unsure where this comes from. That is the movie it comes from. It's a great part of the movie, you gotta watch it. Scattered around the park, you could see these LED screens that shows you the health and safety reminders, and it shows you wait times for each ride. As you can see, all of the meet and greets are closed, but they do have the character cavalcades. Earlier today, this place was crowded just because everyone was trying to get on the app to go on to see if they could get a virtual wait for Rise of the Resistance. Now it's all spread out. People have left, and it's pretty empty. Of course, there's people around, but where it looks crowded, there's a lot of strollers here for Mickey and Minnie's, which is right there. And that line even looks shorter. It says it's a 55-minute wait. I don't think it is 55 minutes because I had heard other people say that 55 minutes really was out and around, triple, quadruple loop outside. I don't see it that way right now, so I don't think it's going to be 55 minutes if we end up going in that line. We are now going to go in the standby line, and the only line for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's moving pretty quickly. We're standing out here with some goodies. And we're gonna eat them in line. This is my first time, Dominic's second time. He'll tell me what's different as he has his churro.
This is what's different. So after Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which by the way, great ride. Although this time, I've been before, she hasn't. So I was excited for her to see the whole thing. They didn't have the pre-show, which is unfortunate, but I get it. They need to make sure they're social distancing and that doesn't back up too much, whatever. But the ride is still good. After the ride though, she changed because she wanted to take some pictures. So she got her new outfit on. She got the bird purse, the bird from the ride. And she took some pictures in front of the Chinese theater. After that, we started to head towards Rock and Roller Coaster. I want to say Runaway Railway. Rock and Roller Coaster. And started to pour. But we went through it. We got on it. Good as always. Now we're headed back to Batu. And we are closing out the day at Olga's Cantina. Get some drinks. But we're passing by Rise of the Resistance.
And they're up to boarding group 85. So those are the, what do they call them?
The backup groups.
The backup groups.
Backup boarding groups. But we're gonna walk through Black Spire Outpost again and go over to Olga's Canteen. I'm excited. What kind of drinks do you want to get over there?
I want to get the Bespin Fizz. It's my favorite drink on the menu. And the Jedi Mind Trick.
The Fuzzy Tauntaun has always been my favorite. We've been to Olga's Cantina between Walt Disney World and Disneyland about 5 or 6 times, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, about 5 times, I think. And almost every time I have to get the Fuzzy Tauntaun. If you don't know what a Fuzzy Tauntaun is, we will show you what it is. We'll show you the different drinks we get. But Olga's Cantina is an awesome, awesome experience. But we're interested to see how it's going to work during, the social distance and everything, and how many people are limited. Because normally it's packed, and almost every single time. Outside of our first time going to Olga's Cantina in Disneyland, we've had to stand at the bar. So I wonder if they'll sit us. So we'll show you what we got.
In Olga's Cantina, and we were hoping to get seats, and we find out everybody gets seats. Everyone's social distancing in here. I love it. Very cleanly. And we are seated right at the bar. And they have the QR codes for the menu. But like I figured, they also have this paper menu you could ask for. I mean, they'd rather you do the QR code, but they do have the paper menu, which I might actually take home. And of course, things that stay the same is Blue Bantha, Bespin Fizz, Fuzzy Tauntaun, and of course, DJ Rex. It's the same vibe in here, it's just not as many people. We are here, we have our drinks. I got the Jedi Mind Trick.
Fuzzy Tauntaun.
We had a great day here at Hollywood Studios. Everything turned out awesome. We got to ride Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's, I can't even talk, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I thought everything was great.
Oh yeah.
The crowd levels at first got me a little nervous just because there was a lot of people, but they dispersed very quickly.
Yeah. Yes, I mean sometimes there's going to be those busy areas, like especially when it rained, everyone was trying to gather shelter and they all forget about physical distancing, but overall everyone did good.
Yeah.
Cast did good enforcing it. Masks, I barely saw anyone with their mask out.
Yeah, everyone had their masks on unless they were eating, drinking, or really sweating, just wanted to wipe the sweat. But the only thing that I was kind of like drawn aback by was when we got our food from Ronto Roasters, and then went to go get Moose Juice in the docking bay. There wasn't a lot of seating there, and it kind of made me nervous because I said, where would we sit then? Because they had very little seating at the Ronto Roasters. And Docking Bay, they were really hesitant at first of where we would sit because they said that we didn't order food from there, but we ended up sitting outside next to Docking Bay 7. But then when we left the whole Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, we went to Toy Story Land, and they had a lot of seating at one of the relaxation stations that was usually Woody's Lunchbox. That's where everyone would sit there, but Woody's Lunchbox is closed right now, so that is just, like I said, the relaxation station. So if we really wanted to find seating and there was none in Galaxy's Edge, just walk a little bit outside of Galaxy's Edge and you go to Woody's Lunchbox. So at first I was like, really like, where am I gonna sit? But then there's options. You just gotta go beyond the land of Batuu, or the planet of Batuu.
But my Ronto Rob is gonna get cold by the time I get off planet.
You're fine. Other than that, all the wait times were not walk-ons, but the longest we waited for something was probably about 40 minutes, which is not bad.
35, yeah.
Especially since this is a park that has a lot of the newer rides at Walt Disney World. But overall, it's a great experience. It's open right now from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., which I think is great timing.
Yeah.
But other than that, thanks so much for checking out our video. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you've been to Hollywood Studios or if anything interests you in the video. We'll catch you next time.